Darren Criss is well loved by Broadway fans for playing Blaine on TV's Glee and his stage appearances in How to Succeed in Business and Hedwig and the Angry Inch. He's also known for creating the awesome music event Elsie Fest, which will return to New York City in October. He recently stopped by to give us a scoop. Darren, how's it going, man?
It's going good, dude.
So happy you're on the Elsie Fest press tour.
That's exactly what you said it like that, and it was like, I don't think that's really what it is because I'm always talking about Elsie, but yes, considering that we just have announced this week, it definitely is.
Elsie Fest, it's
Elsie
here
thing.
again.
Now I'm assuming these lights are only purple and goldish.
For you, man.
Strictly for me.
Oh yeah, we were just waiting to see what the new logo was.
Oh, thank
And
God.
we light it based on the logo.
Oh, I'm so touched. I feel so at home. This is great.
I love that you created this. You know, this was a thing you had in your brain,
Yeah, man.
and you've done it, and now you're entering year 3, and I know you really live with it. This is something that really is sort of...
It's sort of an all-year round adventure.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of planning and
Right.
a lot of finagling, especially because I do a lot of other things that
Yes,
if I
true.
didn't, I feel like it'd be a lot easier. But yeah, it's a 3-year-old now, so it's walking and talking and running around the house a little more than it was. So we're still growing, but we're finally at Central Park.
Yeah.
Which is really,
Yeah, you're
really
back in Manhattan
exciting.
this year.
Back in Manhattan.
At the summer stage,
Summer
which is
stage.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's in October, and there's a couple things that I'm really excited about specifically to this year, which is it's in the fall in Central Park, which everybody knows is just like the best, most beautiful time to be
So
there.
for temperature-wise. And
Temperature-wise,
right,
it's not too
okay.
hot. It's just the backdrop is just so pretty.
Yep.
And it's right in the heart of the iconic city, an iconic place like Central Park, but also it is on Columbus Day weekend. So most people don't have work on Monday.
So the day after.
So you
it's
can
on
go
Sunday night.
extra hard
Okay.
on
Go
Sunday.
extra hard at Elsie Fest.
Exactly. Not just Broadway people. Everybody gets Monday off, which is great.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. I didn't even realize that. Thank
Yeah.
you for planning
Ooh,
that.
that's a very important
It's
detail.
very very well thought out. So every year, I know you've had amazing headliners for the last 2 years, and this year you have again announced some amazing people. So let's start with playing the role of Elsie.
Playing with old Elsie this year is
Leah
split.
Michele.
Leah Michele.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. How exciting!
She's going to be joining us.
Leah Michelle's now been away from Broadway for 9 years.
Really? Has it been
9
that long?
Can you please talk to her about this?
I always ask her about it.
I mean, if it hits 10 years,
She likes the TV schedule for sure. I think
Yeah.
that's something she's really grown fond of. But it's not to say, and I'll quote her exactly. I mean, she wants to come back,
Yeah.
very much. I
Yeah.
think it's just finding the right time and the right everything. But that's crazy, 9 years.
9 years. Well, you're getting her in front of Broadway fans. So
Yes, so it's been a long time coming.
obviously, you worked together on Glee.
Yeah, I mean, there's a list that is, people always come up to me like, have you ever thought about so-and-so? And yeah, I've thought about
You've thought about everything.
I mean, it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. It's not
Yeah.
just actors, it's writers and composers and personalities and YouTube people and internet people and obviously and movie stars. It just, and rock stars. It goes, because there's so many people that have ties that you forget like, oh yeah, they did do that thing, or they do have that connection to musical theater, or they did that song from that movie. It wasn't
Yeah.
on Broadway, but it's sort of connected to musical theater.
Right.
So there's so many people, and it's just a matter of getting availability and making sure that everything works out. So Leah's been on the master list for a long
Yeah.
time. I didn't know that it's been that long since Broadway, but
Right.
I'll certainly be milking that little factoid as we sell tickets for this show.
What do you say in terms of the set list? I mean, what do you want people to do at
Well,
Elsie
I
Fest?
really want them to do truly whatever they want. I encourage them to use this as a platform to do stuff they wouldn't normally get to do.
Yeah.
So for some people, maybe they're busy, they just do whatever's in their back pocket, but I encourage them, if you've always wanted an excuse to sing this pop song,
Right.
but you didn't want to do it because it wasn't right for the venue, or you didn't think that it was going to work at that concert at Carnegie Hall, I really want this to be an excuse to do something they never ever get to do, which not only makes it special for Elsie, but it gets to be special for them. So
Right.
I like people getting out of their comfort zones and being like, oh, thank you, I've always wanted to do that. So that's what I hope they do. But obviously, our artists have certain hits
Yeah.
that I think people would cry bloody murder if Alan Cumming
Right.
didn't do something from Cabaret.
So Alan Cumming is also on the
Yes,
bill.
exactly. That was a segue.
Yeah,
that's,
that was a
an
good
old
segue.
industry term.
Well done. And also Ingrid Michaelson, moving
Yeah.
into appearance.
Oh, yeah. I'm super
And Broadway's
excited
Norm
about
Lewis.
that. Yeah.
Those are the announced players
Announced.
so far. And Darren Criss.
And me, apparently. But we'll see what happens with me.
And do you come up with dream duets? Will you be singing with some of these people?
Yeah, I have ideas, but again, ultimately it's up to them. I think Lee and I will definitely be doing some things, but I hope Ingrid, does duets with people, and I really, I've said it like 3 different ways, and every time I say it, I'm like trying to stop myself and say it differently. But again, it's an excuse to do fun things that there's no other venue that these people could do it for, or no other venue for fans to see it in.
Right.
You know, so that's the weirder and more unique, the better. But ultimately, it's up to the performers.
I was a little obsessed with the Andrew Cunanan murder spree and the Gianni Versace murder at the time. I remember in like '97, right? I think
So
it
it was
happened.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Literally almost a month.
I mean, I remember like flyers hanging up in gay bars saying, "Don't go home with this guy." I mean, it was
Yeah.
crazy, and
Yeah.
I'm like sort of following the whole thing. When you got cast in this, I was so excited. I was like, I'm so excited that you have this opportunity to really like do something totally different for you. And then I thought, well, wait a minute, yeah, and I see a little bit of resemblance.
There is that. There is sort of an uncanny resemblance. I mean, we're both.
You're playing Andrew Cunanan,
Yes.
the serial killer.
Yeah. This is the most exhilarating and exciting thing I've ever gotten to do in my entire career, my very short career. I've waited my whole life for this moment. This to me is like, oh wow, this is like my big break.
So what's going on your Instagram account? You didn't have enough followers? Why are you posting naked photos? I was like, what's going on, Darren?
You know what happened? There were photos of us doing this scene, again, in a public space, because we're shooting everything
you were like
in Miami.
Speedo.
Yeah, and it's a really goofy scene of me in this ridiculous Speedo. And I was like, thank God this is so clearly me at work, in character, in costume.
Right,
Because if
right.
this was like Darren on vacation, it'd be like incriminating. So I saw those pictures and I was like, oh, I'm going to take this one back. Because at the end of that day, I was so sunburned that I took this really funny picture.
Yes.
And the thing about posting photos like that is I think I made it count with the caption I wrote, which nobody pays attention
I
to
paid attention. It was funny.
because it gets
very
upstaged
funny.
by the photo. But I thought it
My
was
face
funny.
was red.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's a funny caption.
If you're curious what I said on the go ask the internet, and she'll tell you what I said and what I did. But yeah, that was fun. I deliberated. I asked my girlfriend. I asked all my friends, like, what should I do? How should I crop? Like she like cropped it and everything for me.
Right,
and
right. The
I went to
filter.
Ryan, should I post this? And he's like, yes, do it. He likes people talking about stuff. So in the spirit of fun and taking something back, and I was like, why not? I thought it was a funny moment.
Why
I'll
not?
never do it again. Why not?
I thought it was funny. So, Elsie Fest.
Yes.
It's October 8th.
Yes, which is Columbus Day weekend.
Columbus Day weekend, so everyone can.
Yeah, so you
Do
can.
whatever you
so
want that
if you're
night.
not from New York City, you can come in from out of town, have a weekend in New York
Yep.
for Columbus Day weekend.
Doors open 5 o'clock. Summer Stage, beautiful in Central Park. Tickets are on sale now, today.
On Ticketfly, and you can get all the links and information from elsiefest.com. As the months progress, more people will be announced, so follow us on social media and Instagram and all that fun stuff, and you'll find more information. But yeah, if you want to get tickets now, go on Ticketfly and check out Elsie Fest.
It is an incredible event, and if you guys haven't experienced it yet, you must. And honestly, I'm so proud of you that you've pulled
Thanks,
this off,
man.
and that you've really made this sort of an amazing part of every year.
Thanks,
so,
Paul. Well, you're a part of it too, man.
congratulations. I can't wait to see you soon. And
Yeah,
I'll
man.
See you at
this is
I'll
fun.
see you at Elsie Fest.
See you at the next one. Yeah. Cheers.
All right.